You ready?
I am
Here
ready.
here
Are you
go.
ready?
Yeah. Here we go. Thanks for dipping back in from the break. Now it's time to create a $1 million dip recipe. And our recipe developer, Shane Rogers, is here to showcase Neiman Marcus $1 million cheese dip. It's going to be shamefully delicious, and I can't wait. All the ingredients I love.
Right?
Yeah.
So I can't take credit for this, but it is a recipe with a history, which I love.
You've got a book. So, those of you younger folks, these are things that used to be around called books.
Right?
They have
Actual
words in
pages
them.
and the words.
Yeah,
Yes,
knowledge and stuff. Yeah.
So she was in charge of the Neiman Marcus Cookies cafe at the flagship store in Dallas. And so when the ladies shop all day, they get peckish. They need a snack. And so this is one of those snacks. Now, I did take some liberties with the recipe because that's what I do.
Yeah.
She used American cheese, which I'm not a fan of. And I come from...
What, you sharp cheese or?
Sharp cheddar.
Okay, good.
And she used almonds, but we're here in the land of the pecans. Pecans. I can't let my roots show.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so I just kind of swapped those out, but I also did some other fun ones. I added, this is the regular one, I added some jalapenos to one, added some capers to another, and some cornichon, some cornichon, the French pickles, the teeny tiny little French pickles.
Those little teeny pickles have that big name?
They have a bigger name than they are, right?
Okay.
So,
well, I like all of that.
Right?
Yeah.
We're going to get started with, I'm making about a half recipe. The full recipe is on the website. It will be later today. I've got a half a cup of Duke's mayonnaise.
Yeah.
What else would you start with?
All right, I've got a question because I tried to make pimento cheese a couple of summers ago, and it was just lumpy because I didn't have a mixer, and I noticed you don't have that here.
I don't need a mixer. I grated the cheese, and so one time I did put pimento cheese in the food processor. It was too smooth. It was like paste. So I like the texture. Like I don't like I don't like it to be completely smooth. I thought I was going to, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, so half a cup of Duke's, about half of a block of cheddar shredded, and kind of use
more if you want.
Or more. I went a little overboard today.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've got that. We've got some pecans or pecans. Pecans that we've chopped up a little bit.
Yep.
And that's the thing, like, I think it would be good. I think the almonds would be delicious. I think some walnuts with the cheddar cheese would be great.
I don't like walnuts.
Oh, you don't like walnuts?
Not in cheese.
I do not discriminate when it comes to nut meats.
Pecans are good, though.
And then we've got about... I kept the same amount of bacon even though we're only making half. So we got 4 strips of bacon. We've got it chopped up a bit.
Bacon!
I know, right? So save a little bit for garnish. And then we'll pop that in there, kind of cook it crisp. I did this in the oven. I think it's like no fuss, no mess, totally awesome.
Yep.
Gets crispy without a lot of work. And then, you know, it's not a real dip unless... And I've got both because I'm going to use some for garnish. Some sliced green onions, totally awesome.
Absolutely.
And like I said, save a little bit for garnish. We'll put those over there for later.
Okay.
All right, we're almost done. And the next one,
is
this is cayenne pepper, and this is optional.
Okay.
If you don't
want the kick, you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, I wouldn't make it without it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do like a giant pinch of it, so probably 1/4 teaspoon.
Okay.
Start there. You might like it hotter.
Giant pinch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you don't have a blender or a mixer here. You just kind of stirring it around.
Just a little elbow grease.
Okay.
And the other thing, too, that I would say is...
if we wanted to add some more Dukes, we
could.
You
totally add more Dukes, but what I would advise is save it until you're ready to serve it because it's going to soak it up. And it's going to be good, and you want to make it ahead because it all comes together, it kind of melds and gets in there. It's all delicious.
Yeah.
But...
Now, if you're making this in the morning and folks are coming over after work, would you put it in the fridge to kind of...
I'd put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
I'd save a half cup of Dukes. I'd stir it. And that's what I did this morning when I was setting up this little section with all the different varieties in it. I totally grabbed some more Dukes, stirred it in, because it did. It kind of soaked in, looked a little dry, wasn't really awesome. And, yeah. And so the other thing that she doesn't say in her recipe, but I took the liberty of it, is I feel like it should be served in a silver bowl. It's so fancy. It's from Neiman
It's called
Marcus.
$1 million.
It's
Could
$1
be in
million.
a gold bowl if you
Right. Well,
had
if
one.
I don't have a gold bowl. So anyway, so there's that.
Yeah.
And so
You're not going
that's
to serve $1 million in a plastic.
no, you
Tupperware
totally
container,
can't put it
no.
in a tub, right? That's no good. So that's basically it. It's really yummy, but see, it even to me looks a little dry right now.
Yep.
But if I covered this and put it in the fridge for a couple hours, it'd be great. And I'd stir in a little more Dukes, and it would be delicious.
What kind of chips? Because you mentioned
I
that
did.
you got these on chips.
Super special chips. Our friend Kia Wingfield has some new snacks out.
And this is locally?
It's local. She's amazing. You should check her out. She's doing tastings all over the place. But these chips, grab one.
You said
These-
tastings.
Yeah, get in there.
I'm going to start with the original?
Yeah, let's pull this back here, make it a little easier
Yeah.
to get to.
Okay. Bring it
There
over.
you go. We'll put
Bring
that
it
right in the
closer.
center.
Yeah.
Yeah, dig in. And so these are super duper kettle chip cooked chips. They're kind of sturdy to hold up to the dip, and they have this amazing flavor. So they're crunchy, and the flavor kind of kicks you in the face. It's so good. And I'd made this dip, and I was going to use something else. And I had these chips, and I was like, oh man, I got to go get some more chips. These are so good. I mean, I ate the first bag.
Keep talking.
Not a problem. Although I was going to get some dip. I ate the first bag and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get these for Tuesday for the segment because they're so good. And I love to support local stuff. Plus, she's awesome. Which one you want to try another one? I like the one in front with capers.
I'm going to go for the jalapenos.
All right, yeah,
You're
get the-
talking saucy.
It's salty. Yeah, pull it back. There you go. Get in there.
Have we got like 20 minutes left for me to just stand here and eat? No?
No, probably not.
Oh, he's saying no.
No.
All right. Shane Rogers, thank you for coming in. As always, we learned a lot today. It's absolutely fantastic. Stick around.
Love the recipes you see on the show? Visit virginiathismorning.com. Click on the Recipes tab and find your favorites to try out on your own.